I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And you got to do a better job up front right there. That run was doomed from the get-go. Nowhere to go. The back gets hit as soon as he gets the football. Hard to succeed as a running back when you get the ball and you get clobbered.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic, and fortunate to get it back.
Man, this quarterback is living dangerously right now, guys. Of course, we're only in the first quarter. This guy's already thrown one pick. He should have thrown his second right there.
And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. We've reached the break, and it's Tulane on top. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. From the gun, wants to pass. Intercepted. Yes, even a Heisman Trophy contender can have a miscue. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
You can tell the quarterback didn't do a good job with his eyes. You got to look people off. You got to make sure you move those safeties with your eyes by opening up or pump faking one direction. He didn't do a good job there. The safety capitalized, makes the big INT.
The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
So now it's 2nd and long. They'll run play action. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass?
And the QB going with a little bit of touch, trying to feather that thing up in the air and give his receiver a chance to go up high and try to get over top of the defender. Nice job by the defense, seeing the football, breaking on it, and getting the ball on the ground.
Now, they missed a field goal on the last drive, but you need to get points here, so they need to pick up some yardage to at least get in range for their kicker. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the pass is incomplete here on 3rd down, but there is a flag. Let's check it out. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. And they'll send out the field goal unit. This is not a straight-on kick, a 42-yarder from the right hash. absolute shank. Missed it. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys.
Tulane 7, Washington 0.
The 42-yard field goal that was no good gives them the ball back at the 25-yard line. From the gun, they'll try the middle. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I just think such a big part of this offense is being physical and establishing the run game. They haven't had a lot of success offensively early in this one, and that's why right there, they're not able to get this guy going yet. That's got to change as this game goes on.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. He'll get rid of it. Got the tight end outside. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
That's a really good-looking throw right there, and that was a tight spiral, too. You guys remember the great Washington Husky quarterback Warren Moon? I don't think anybody threw a more pretty ball than Warren Moon did. Tightest spiral I've ever seen. That right there reminded me of old number 1.
Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. Using his legs, it's Miranda. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around, that make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense, creating the tackle for a loss on 1st down.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human, keep getting hits on him. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence. Don't let him get comfortable back there in that pocket.
Oh, they're after him. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
Great job by the defense dialing out some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and force the incompletion.
Washington sends out the punt team. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Here's the return. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. They put together a pretty good drive the last time they had it, but another missed field goal doomed that effort. Now adjusting. He'll pull it down and run. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back. He's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick him up and put him down.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Flying down the left side. Touchdown, Huskies. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
The extra point here would tie the game. Oh, and he missed it, and they missed their chance to lock it up. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, a big-time top 15 duel. Let's get right to it. Penn State is ahead early at Happy Valley, but that's not exactly Saquon out there. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by 7 over Utah. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Looking downfield on 1st down. He's going for a big play downfield. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection.
I love that play call by the offensive coordinator. Your quarterback just threw a pick six. You want to pick him right back up, right? So don't handcuff him. On the very first play of the next drive, let him throw the football to try to reestablish a rhythm and reestablish some confidence. Obviously, that one falls incomplete, but they need to get this guy back into a rhythm. The only way you do that is by throwing the ball.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole, and the quarterback throwing a strike.
Motion from the wide receiver. Now they'll run the draw. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
I think the head coach might need to have a talk with his QB and just try to get him settled down because he looks out of sorts right now. He's already thrown 2 picks. He tried to throw that ball off his back leg. The coach needs to get his QB settled because he seems like he's rattled right now.
He might want another play. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Grabs it inside the 15. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Green Wave.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down.
Washington offense will take over 1st and 10.
The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Finally.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
And the Huskies have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. The give on the inside. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Throws for the tight end. Got his man. He gets it so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. They'll have to punt for the 4th time today. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. They barely get the punt out of their own territory. It'll be marked down just outside the 45. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Running to Green. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They want to run it left here. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
Not just do you get to make a big play on defense, but it's also a TFL, tackle for loss. Doesn't get better than that.
Tulane comes to the line. Lots of work to do on 3rd down. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. The new popular phrase for a favored team not really coming out of the gates quickly is that they're playing with their food. There are a lot of peas being pushed around the plate right now, guys.
Yeah, Reese, they've been stumbling around. They've been making mistakes and shooting themselves in the foot in this game. But, David, I think you also have to give credit to the underdog in this game because they're just playing with more intensity. They look like they want it more.
Oh, dude, when you come out the gates in the first quarter, it's adrenaline, it's passion, it's being talked about as the underdog. As this game goes on, can they keep that intensity up? Right now, they're doing a heck of a job.
They'll move the tight end. On the ground, it's Harris. At the 20, he's got space. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, first and goal.
I think one of the hardest places to move the football on the field is right outside that fringe area. Now the offense gets to skip that area because it was a great job by this running back making something happen, getting the ball all the way down the field, now set up on first and goal.
Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
You want to bring in your tight ends? You want to bring in more beef for that offensive line? I'm going to bring in more beef. Nice job by the defense understanding the situation. Red zone, field shrinks. I need more bigger personnel on the field, some big guys that can stop the run. Played the run well. Great job by the defense understanding the situation.
Let's it go to the end zone. Zings it complete to the right. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. This will likely be the last play of the half. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. They'll run it. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Green Wave.
And that's just a fantastic job of executing the 2-minute type situation by this offense. Something you practice all week long for end of half and end of game. Quarterback, really nice job. Good job by the staff, too, getting the plays in quickly so they could get up to the line of scrimmage and get going. And them scoring that touchdown with seconds to go here in the first half, piling onto their lead, that gives them tremendous confidence heading in at halftime.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. About to start here in the second half, Tulane will kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. The Huskies in a good spot here with second and short. Back to pass. Caught in the backfield, it's Miranda. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. Washington sends out the punt team. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. The The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The give to the right. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
The green wave in a world of hurt on 3rd and long. Might be changing the route. Motion from the back. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. He's got an open man. Oh, he's getting a hasty. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10.
This guy already has a touchdown. He almost had a second right there. You saw how good he is after he has the ball in his hands. Great job by the quarterback. A, finding him, B, getting it to him quickly, and then his speed and his God-given ability does the rest. He's got his offense in great field position.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Snap it to the back. Touchdown, Tulane! And the route is on.
And it's been more of the same in the second half for this offense, doing whatever they want. What a start to the season, man. This is exactly what you draw up. Everything they drew up in the offseason has worked in game 1, and that's why they are dominating this football game.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Penn State is running away with things, and it's thanks in large part to an offense that's been firing on all cylinders. They're up 14 over Utah. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of there, you-know-what.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Here's the handoff. Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a 1st down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Bringing the heat. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And this defense just continues to dominate the football game. This score is lopsided. It's not looking good. But I know one thing. If you can't protect that guy, there's no chance for you to win this game or the future games.
Release to the back. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. On the run, it's Ingram. Turning it on! Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. Tulane to the line, facing second and short. They'll go right back to the run. He's brought down, just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short. Tulane comes to the line, needing less than a yard on third down. Here we go. Now the play fake. Fires to the end zone, and he's got it! Touchdown, Green Wave! That's his third touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
And the extra point is good, and the lead is 35-6. And he takes this from inside the 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return.
The Washington offense will take over 1st and
10. Their own end zone nipping at their heels as they start this drive from their own 2. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. Quarterback has to have command in those situations. You cannot afford a penalty like that deep in your own territory. Give to the running back. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. And the defense was just daring them to throw over the top, and the offense didn't. They got stuffed. Guys, the quarter comes to a close, and Tulane has the lead here. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the third quarter stats will show you. So we open the final period with a third down play. Looking for room, it's Miranda. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through, and it's really helping out this offense.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew.
There he goes! A massive pickup on that one, and they're in business at the 21.
He's tackled on the play.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, They haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Trying play action. Pressure coming. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And now this offense will try to overcome that second down incompletion. Hard running there. He gets it all the way down to the 13-yard line, still short of first down yardage. And now on fourth down, do they kick the chip shot field goal or go for it? Oops, someone moved a little bit early. Offense going to pick up a 5-yard penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. Fires into the end zone. And it's knocked away. They'll give up the ball, failing to convert on fourth.
I think that play right there has been a big theme in this game. When it matters the most, on big-time down and distances, this defense has been able to step up and make the play when they need it most. That fourth down, great job in the back end in coverage, forcing the incompletion with a big lead now, creating a turnover on down.
Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. And here comes the offense on second down. On the ground with the counter. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And this defense, they were ready for that third down. That you could tell they smelt the option coming, did a great job, aggressive, downhill, went and got it, got the tackle for a loss, forcing the fourth down.
Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. There's a lot of pressure when you have that number 1 beside your name, and perhaps it was the pressure, perhaps it was just one of those days, but that reign is coming to an end. They finally get him stopped, but this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. They'll snap it from the 34 on 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. He works his way down to the 30-yard line before he stopped, a gain of 3.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Got the first down and more. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll throw it from the red zone. Going for 6. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't.
Touchdown, Huskies! The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone.
With that last touchdown now, they're trying to create some momentum. They're trying to avoid starting the season 0-1. They know they've got a lot of work to do here in the second half, but you should be feeling pretty good about that last score. Now you've got to keep that up.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A pair of top 15 teams throwing haymakers today. Let's show you the very latest. Auburn is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. And if that quarterback can find a little magic a la Cam Newton, this might not be over just yet. They're trailing by just 4 to Virginia Tech. This one has actually kind of exceeded expectations. Always a memorable chapter in the book of college football.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And the defense was locked in. You could tell they saw it. They reacted right away, got the running back on the ground immediately.
Motion from the wideout. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Really nice job by the cornerback. Hey, a lot of cornerbacks want to cover. They want to drop back. They're not really about that life. They don't want to be the tackling kind of guy. They're like, yeah, leave that to the linebackers. That dude committed, came up, made a nice tackle.
There he goes. Makes it past the marker. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
And he finally breaks one. They get rewarded. They've been trying to run the football, Palmer, but just haven't had success all day.
Yeah, and the staff never gave up on him, too, right? They kept giving him opportunities, and maybe that's the run that starts to open things up here later in this game for this guy.
It's really the most common type of upset we see every year. The home field advantage is so big, and especially when you have a ranked team come to town, they love to play spoiler.
Yes, and what needed to happen happened in this football game. Something good to happen early to get the belief and to get this crowd involved. And when the crowd gets involved, Jesse, it changes the game, and I think it had a lot to do with the outcome today.
I agree. I'll tell you, regardless whether this team is ranked or unranked, when their home crowd is like they were today, they're tough to beat, period. And you know this crowd and these fans